So before you can build blog, websites, or anything, you need to first of all buy domain and hosting from web hosting company, right? So there's so many web hosting company, a lot, either local and international. But if you see any web hosting in Nigeria, just know that nobody has server in Nigeria, because you cannot keep server in Nigeria where there's no light always. Everybody are using foreign server, right? So once you get to software.com.ng, you can just go to choose plan. So when you click choose plan, you'll be able to see different plan based on the size of the hosting you want. But one good thing is, if it's just for blog, as we want to do this time, you can actually go for the basic plan. So basic plan for this is 4,500 naira per year, while standard is 8,000, economy is 15,500, business is 25,000, and unlimited is 120,000. What's the difference? Space and the bandwidth, right? Bandwidth takes care of traffic. But if you're having more traffic, if your bandwidth is low, you might need to increase it. So that's one of the major differences. So all you just need to do is just to click order, then select your domain. The extension of the domain that you want to buy would depend on how much it's going to be. .com.ng is the cheapest. Then you also have .com, so you can choose extension of the domain that I want. If I, for example, if I say Evis, Neolife.com, if I click check now, so it will say, oh, evisneolife.com is available, and these are some other options. So if I want to go with this evisneolife.com, I can say continue. So once I say continue now, remember that I've selected the smallest hosting plan. So it can also change, it can also be upgraded at any time. But for the purpose of blog, you can actually start with that, especially if you don't have more. So this is the basic. So the basic, and once you say continue with this, it's going to add the total of both your domain and hosting together. Lucky, you are the one that are making noise, right? So it's going to add both the domain and hosting together. You click continue and you pay either bank transfer or card payments. So this can happen the same process, seamless, can happen in any web hosting company. So for the purpose of what we want to do this evening, domain name, hosting is ready. All we just have to do is to build. You can see the total of everything. .com, total of everything is actually 10,200. 57 for domain, 45 for the hosting. Then you just go check out and you fill the form, then you pay, right? So that's how you get domain and hosting. I've done a video like this before, and I just log into cPanel directly. So a lot of people might be thinking, so where will I get my cPanel information? You need to create or buy a domain and hosting. Is the hosting company like this that will now send you cPanel information that you can now use to log in and start building your website or any way it is. All right. So quickly now, I want to actually create an account. Yes. I want to create an account. So I have another account here with it's Osgate.2. I actually want to create an account for the domain we are going to buy. I'm here to share that space, right? I'm here to share the space. Why is internet a little bit slow like this? Oh, and we need this internet this evening. Big time. That weather. Okay. So right now, I'm going to log in and create a space. I actually want to do that before we get started with this, but somewhere along the line, I was a little bit so tired. So I want to cut a space for the domain that we're about to use. So this is like logging into the cPanel. So every time you buy domain and hosting, you have username and password for a cPanel like this, right? Username and password. So I'm actually logging to a cPanel that we want to use to build our blog. So basically, like I said, you need to first of all have domain name and hosting. So after you have purchased domain name and hosting, you cannot log in to the cPanel through the information that have been sent to you. You are going to have username and password, and it's usually the name of your website / cPanel. You can see the way I entered this, softwebdigital.com / cPanel. I have different ones like that. So once you just log into the cPanel like this, the place that you are going to direct is, we want to install WordPress, because for the purpose of this class, we'll be using WordPress, right? We'll be using WordPress for the purpose of this class. So what you just need to do is to scroll down from the cPanel. Remember, you've already bought domain and hosting. Then you log in with the username and password to the cPanel. And to install the WordPress, we want to install it on this particular domain, which I just added now. You don't need to think about you want to add anything. So we want to install the blog on this domain name. Yes, that's where we want to install it. So basically what you need to do is you scroll down. After you scroll down, you can either see quick install or this particular Softaculous. In some application, you see quick install. In some, you see Softaculous, or you see this. So either this one or this one will be able to actually install the WordPress. So you can come here now. You can click anyone, either here or this one. But majorly, you want to install WordPress. So once you click it, these are some other installation. I guess, yeah, that should be. These are some other installation. So what you just need to do is to do install. So once you click install, you are going to have the details like this. You can see, you're going to have the detail like this. You can see username, password. All these things are actually subjected to change. So here you select your domain, or if it is extension, but this one we are not installing into extension. We are installing to direct domain. So this particular account has so many domains. So we just look for that particular domain that we want to use this for, which is the domain that I just created right now. Energy and Neolife products. So this one, because that this particular hosting is a business account, that's why we have so many. It might not be, right? Okay, this is Energy and Neolife products. I'm very sure by the time we're done, you should have actually pointed to the right server. So you can see different version of WordPress, but by default, mostly you always have the latest version, right? So this is saying that we have not yet added SSL, so that's not a problem. So you can just start like this. So this is the domain that I want to install. But if it's only one domain that you have for your account, it will automatically be there. So you not need to be scrolling down to do anyone. So here you can give it a name. The admin here, you can say, you can decide to change the default instead of admin. I say GNLD and Neolife, right? So you can decide to change it admin. Then the password. So this is current password here. Okay, you can decide to change this current password because this might not be okay for you. You can decide to change it. So I just entered a new password now. The email that you want this to send to, I can decide to say, okay, don't send to the admin. because I might not have access there. I can start to say, okay, send this info after installation to info@neolifestartup.com, right? But you can even use your Gmail, really. You can use your Gmail account or anyone. So after you did all this one, English, make sure that all those ones are settled. Don't bother about all these things that are here. You can just say install, and you wait for installation process. You wait for that. So in this, is going to count from 0 to 100. So why is counting? Let me check this one, because I actually just bought this this evening. Yeah, I know it's going to be ready. It's ready. So installation is still going on, and this guy is already showing here. Wow. All right. So this is installation. It's almost done. So what we just did that we just install WordPress to this front end. Then this is, as a beginner, you remember the username and password that you use. You remember it, but it's very good. You can keep this, because this is your front end and this is your back end. This is where you'll be logging into the admin. This is where the website will be. So you can keep that as a beginner so that you not forget it, right? So now our front end is here. These are front end, meaning there's nothing there. So, but we need to log into the back end. So to log into the back end will always be the name of your website, which is in this case, gnldandneolifeproduct.com/WP. And the only thing I'm going to do right today is to set up the domain at the blog and post for Supergrow. Then I will add Victoria's number there. Victoria is in Uganda, right? But like I said, everybody's going to actually have it, but it's good for you to know how to build this. So I can just click this. It's open in a new tab and log in with the username and password that I actually choose, right? Okay, because I've logged in already, it's not actually asking me for, because I've still signing in here and I'm clicking it from here. It's not actually asking me for username and password. But on a real, it will always ask you for username and password that you use when you are registering. Okay, when you are registering, it's always going to ask you for that. For example, let me open another browser. Because I'm currently logging in inside this back cPanel, that's why it's just automatically installed. But in a normal day, what you will have is, let me share another browser with you so that you understand what I'm saying. So this is Chrome browser. So on the normal day, right? So this is your website name. You now say /WP-admin. But if you have some other extension, you can also have it like this. So that is it. So immediately you type this now, it will request you to enter the admin username and password. That first one did not ask us because the super admin, which is that cPanel, is currently logging, right? That is why we are not having to actually enter that. So after, so it will ask you like this, then you now log in with the username that we choose. Remember, this is the username that we choose when we are installing it, GNLD and Neolife. Then the password, what was that again? So it's always very important to, don't save it, to also know your password. You can keep it. Even the message they are going to send to your email, password is not going to be part of that. So now, after you log in, we are in dashboard, right? So on this dashboard now, the first thing we want to do is we want to actually install a theme, right? We want to install a theme. But before we install the theme, this is the PDF that I'm going to give to you guys how to develop web design. I think I call it web design. Web design. Web design with WordPress. So web design with WordPress. Oh. So I did a PDF to that effect. I want to show you guys. So every step, to the case you are thinking, oh my God, I want to mix, I can't watch video all this. So everything I'm going to do today, I've already documented it inside this PDF, which I'm going to share with everybody. So you can also go through it. So these are the things we are going to do. We've registered domain, hosting, the server. This is what we just finished, right? Installing. You can decide to change our password. But what we are going to do now, we are not going to change password at this time because I'm the one that choose. We are the one that will choose our own passwords. So now we are going to install theme. So all these things that you see here, right? All these things that you see there, I use event hosting, the way we log into the cPanel, all those things is what I've compiled together, the installation process that I've compiled together in these documents, and everybody can have it like an handbook. And what we actually do here in this document is I build a live blog. I even need to go and check that blog because I've not been posting on it really. So I just use it for a class like this. So you can see. So there's nothing to actually worried about. So what we need to do right now is let's just go straight forward to admin appearance, and we install a theme. And for the purpose of this training, we are going to be using this theme called Ample Blog, right? So let me go back. Ample Blog. Okay, so now this is our WordPress dashboard. Then want to install a theme so that we'll not be using this default here, right? So that we can change this space. So what's the theme? Ample Blog. So to install a theme, we will come to appearance and we'll say theme, appearance theme. The first step, you install the WordPress. The second step, you install the theme that you want to use. At the end of the day, we are going to have something similar to this, if not exactly, with this structure. I just like the structure of that ample theme. It's simple and straight to go. Can you see this? This particular blog is, I can't remember the last time I posted there. Maybe the last time I posted there, oh, I've removed the date here. It's been a long time, like long time, not 2 months, not 3 months, but it's still ranking on Google. This particular blog, right? So we are going to do something very, very similar to this. So I just have to refresh that. So remember I said appearance, then theme. From the theme, we are now going to select the particular kinds of this internet. So once you have it, you can say add a theme. So these are some default themes, right? 2021 theme and the rest. But we don't want to use any one of these default theme, right? We want to actually search for a particular theme, and we know the name of the theme that we're looking for, which is Ample. Yeah. So to get the theme, like I said, you go to appearance, you click theme, you see all this. There's paid and free theme, but don't worry, you can go to this search here, right? and type ample blog. Is it because I've mentioned ample blog before? So there's ample team, which can be e-commerce, it can be corporate, but the one we are focusing on right now is the blog. Okay. So I can say add a new team, and on search here, I will type this ample blog. So it will search for different things. So you can see ample shop is still loading. That's because of network. You can see ample shop, blogging, magazine, and the rest. But this is actually the one that we need. So let me reload. It's too slow for my likeness. Yeah. So let me reload so we can see. Yeah, you can see different things from that particular ample. So if it is e-commerce, you can decide to choose this ample shop. Magazine. So if you like content writing magazine, like Post Engine, Linda and the rest, you can choose this. So you can see for corporate business, so they have that particular brand for so many kinds of blog, but we are choosing this. And the only reason why we're choosing this is that I just like the simplicity of the interface. Like you can see what I showed you earlier. It doesn't have a lot of rowdy. It's not rowdy. It's just very simple, so that people can get in on the blog and know what they are looking for almost immediately. So after you install, you see install successfully. The next thing you need to do is you need to activate it, so that when you activate it, it will change what we have on this front end. So I'll just click activate. So once I activate this now, so it simply means this is our default theme now. Okay, this ample block. So if I should come to this place now and I refresh, this is what I'm doing now. Refresh is going to change the kind of interface that we actually have here from the default. Can you see that now? So can you see it has changed to this ample block. So now that we have installed the theme, right, and we have make it to default, go back to this backend. So what we are going to do right now is to just do some little general setting and house cleanup. So the first time we will install the software, which is WordPress from the cPanel. After that, we come into this place, go to the appearance, we install the theme, we activate the theme, we preview so that we can see the theme that we want to use. The next thing, go to the settings, general, settings, general, just do some, this is where you do title and some general settings from this blog. So instead of having my blog now, that's not nice. So instead of having my blog, that is not nice. So we can call it something that has to do with Genesis and Neolife, right? So instead of having tagline, we don't need that. That is not going to help our SEO, right? What we have here is not going to help our SEO. You can actually put a phone number, just like what I did in that particular website. So, but for this blog section, I think what I'm going to do along the line is you're going to have maybe like contacts. On that contacts, you can have Enugu. In fact, everywhere we have people. Everywhere we have people, Ghana, Uganda, we are going to put all those contacts. So like Lagos, that we have so many people, we are going to put that their area. So Lagos, you can now say, is people that are in Cote, people like different Agbara, if you are in like a different area from Yanopaja and the rest, right? So we are going to put that. So for this one now, you can say something like GNLD and Neolife products best price, right? Okay, we can use something like this. And here on this place where we have this tagline, we can have phone number. This phone number here now, try to think of the number that will be there. So let me check. I would like to put this Uganda's number there. Yes. I want to check Victoria's number. Victoria. But again, in each of the pages, let me see if you can add more than one number there. Yes. Can add more than one number if the numbers are not going to be too long. Yes, that's what I mean. So quickly now, I want to check Victoria. You guys can drop your number. Okay, you don't need to drop. I know your number already. But to help me, you can just drop your number on the so that it will be faster. On the chat. Yes, good. Just drop your number. So let me see. So I'm actually trying to add Victoria's number like this. So I'm going to put Victoria's number first. So we might have a page where I will just copy everybody's number and put there based on the location. But I can say Uganda, Victoria. So I can divide this like this. I can say Lagos, because I can't say Nigeria right now. Lagos, I can say plus 234 82 2629 80 30. You can also say Enugu, right? Enugu. So there should be demarcation here. I want to see how many you'll be able to do. Where is Elvis? Okay, good. I've seen it. You can say Enugu like this. But if it's too long, we are actually going to have a contact page. I just want to try this first. Like this is not what I've done before. Enugu, Agbara, Ginest. Who submitted 2 number? Is that Elvis?
Yes, boss.
Okay. Let me just have one first. We are still actually going to have a contact page for everything. Agbara Lagos. Let me just do like this. Okay. So we have something like this. The cartoon. Okay, let me even see the outcome of this first. If it's not too rowdy on the page, if it's too rowdy on the page, I'll just have only 2 there. So let me click save here first. Right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to change instead of this blog and this one that is here first. Okay. So as it's saving, let me be refreshing to see if it has actually saved. So can you see? Okay, you can still go more, but not just only you can still go more. Let's check the mobile. Okay, the mobile is also good. Wow, so we can have other people too. Benin, Pius. So I will go back there now. I will say, Olaitan, are you still here? Okay, Olaitan is not here. He doesn't even need to be here because he has his own website already. I might be so tired. So here now, I'll say Benin. So the reason for this is, should I just say Benin City or Edo? Okay. We have this now. Who else that we have not added here? Samuel is not here too. So we have 3 people and all the 3 people are already here. So you can say Ipaja. It's not going again. I think there's no space against it. There's space. Yano Paja. That is Mrs. Adejumo. So Adejumo. So I need to check a phone number too. So yes. So that people can just look at the top and decide to choose where they want to. But when we are posting about Lagos, about Enugu, So we'll be able to choose the right number really. So I can say the Paja. So now let me just save this for now. All these ones are right. So that is how to first of all change that place. So the next thing we need to do right now, let me refresh this. So we have all this Benin City, this number. So we have this. So I always like to check how it is going to be. So when people check it on, when they check it on the mobile phone, so it's still very, very responsive. Uganda, Lagos, Enugu, Agbara, Benin City, Ipaja, correct. So we have this blog now. So this is a sample post. We don't really need this sample post. So I can go on and say, let's create our menu, right? Menu, we want to create a menu.
I know now.
We can say we want to create our menu, right? Let me say mute everybody. I like to just so we have these things now. Okay, Olaiton should be Kotu now. Yes. And we actually have two people in the Kotu now. Imagine. We have wow, it's like one of my customers is sending me message. Sorry, let me quickly check that. It's part of the business. I'm expecting it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow. That's all right. So, right? That is it. So here now, we just need to actually set this up by having a menu. So on the menu, I want to have some certain thing on the menu, right? Not just like your regular conventional menu. So if we go to the pages here now, it's on pages that we have those menu, right? So can you see sample page? That is why when you check here, you are seeing sample page, but we don't need that sample page. Instead of sample page, we can either edit it or we delete it, right? But let me just edit it. We don't need anything like home, about us, or whatever. We are only dealing with things that I can actually make us to sell. So this is content of the sample page. So let me just change this in, okay, to GLD Neolife products. So instead of this information, I've deleted this. Okay, you can just type something here first. This is not actually important right now, but I just want information to be there. Other okay, call or WhatsApp for your new live products. Okay. Anyway, Anyway, so as a contact, so on the contacts, it's all those contacts I want to actually add there now. So instead of overwriting this, I just open this in a new tab so that I can go to settings where we enter all those things the other time. I can just copy and paste all those contact address. Oh, I was even about to add Olaiton when I received this message from our customer. Okay. Olaiton. Where is it? He's out again. Okay, he's here. I think he's eating with his boys. Olaiton. Olaiton is actually Ikotun. Who again? Samuel is also Ipaja. Also, I can't remember. I just know around that place. So let's just say Olaiton. No. Let me just copy this now. Uganda. So here now. So this is just like a contact info. There's also Emmanuel. Emmanuel Afenike. I think Emmanuel is around Uganda, Lagos, Enugu, Lagos, Emmanuel, Lagos. Sorry, let me just say Ikotun. I can't remember. I think it's Ikotun. Ikotun. Olaitan too. Ikotun. It is Adejumon. Ipaja. Oh, I wasn't even putting other people's name. Let me just do like this. So you can update this contact page later, really. I think nobody is missing. Oh God. I was like, somebody is missing. Stanley. Ghana. Because anybody can land on this page so that they can, so by the time we posted something about Ghana, about anywhere, so they'll be able to know which particular country. So I want to add both countries on the top. Ghana, right? Yes. I just know that, what's his name again? J Classic that just joined us today. I just know that somebody is missing. Every other person, but we can continue updating this and not to waste much of our time as time goes on. Yes, can continue updating this. So this page that that is being called, that we have samples, it has changed to Neolife products. So I will not just leave it as this Neolife product. Since we have so many contacts there, I can say Neolife products distributor contacts. Okay. Yes. Because what we are doing is not about, oh, this menu is on top, this menu is on that. It's about how people can actually access. So you can see this now. Neolife products, distributors, contacts. Okay. Oh no. Neolife products, distributor, contacts near you. Near you. In Ghana, Uganda, and Nigeria. Like I said, this particular bug is not just about a regular conventional. I need to mute this WhatsApp so that I should not be distracting us. It's not the regular conventional website I have home about. It's about keywords. It's about what will help people to access the product. So the one that I have before that I've just said Neolife product distributor, it doesn't really kill it for anybody that shows up here. So for anybody that shows up here, it doesn't really kill it. But with what we have right now, Neolife product distributor contact near you. So when somebody click it now, right? When somebody click this, oh, the person would have known. So as we are going to have on that page is all the distributors contact. So by the time we have people Enugu, Benin, Abakaliki, Kano, different places. So we are going to be using this blog so that anybody that lands there, what is wrong with this internet? So that anybody that lands there, so can you see? So the person can look at, okay, Uganda, Ghana, Lagos, Enugu, Lagos. So we're able to change all these things later. So that is one. But if somebody, and this page that is writing sample page, that's not nice. That is not nice. So the permalink, if that is what is going to be there, I might need to actually change it. So look at this. It's a permalink that is writing sample page. See, although people will not see, but me, I know what I'm saying. See, like, this is not nice. What's that? So I'm changing now. GNLD Neolife and Neolife products, and I update it. So merely updating that now, this link is supposed to have changed. Yes, because that page does not exist again. Yes, that's actually correct. So this is the home page, and once they get to the home page and they click this, that's what I want to know. So can you see now? That's what we have. Okay, so let's go back to the home page. Good. So these particular places, this particular place that we have uncategorized blog, this is where we'll be having all our blog posts one by one. So what I'm going to do right now is I will go to post, and we'll first of all create categories. What are the kind of posts that we want to be posting? So instead of this one I say uncategorized, I can edit it and call it Neolife. We are using these Neolife products based on what the data tells us. Neolife products. Okay. You can have the description and all that, but you can do all those ones later. So we have Neolife products. So we've actually changed that. Let me check. Categories. So because when you are posting, the system will ask you what categories. And it's also good to have those categories. Neolife products, slug 2, Neolife products, update. Yes, so that is done. You can have another category too. So different categories, you can now say you are going to have more, but now we just have some, maybe let's say Neolife super group, fertilizer, right? So anything that has to do with super group is under this category that will be posting it, right? So we can also decide to say GNLD products, not just only Neolife, because remember some people know this business as GNLD, yes. So you don't just want to leave all those ones. You can also say GNLD, or let's say Neolife products for high blood pressure. So these are different categories. So anytime we are going to talk about high blood pressure, this category we are going to choose. So I'm not going to create everything. You can have as much as possible, but for this time, you can just have some certain things. Neolife products for diabetes, right? So anytime you want to post anything about diabetes, it's under this category that you're going to put it on. So, and lastly, I'm going to put one now, which can add others later again. So I'll just add Neolife training. Yes. No, not training. Neolife business opportunity. I think this is getting slow now. So we have Neolife product for diabetes. So you can say Neolife business opportunity presentation, right? Then we can also say how to register a lot, how to register or how to become a GNLD and Neolife member. So a lot of stuff like that. So let's stop for all this category at this time. So the first assignment now, we want to post. The post that we have on this our first page is not our post. Is system generated post, a sample post. So we are going to remove that now. We are going to remove that. Good. So now remember the first thing, you create the post category. After the post category, you can now begin to add posts. Add new is like saying new post, right? So to add a new post, this is where we are. But before we even go that, let's go and check all the posts that exist. This is existing post on post. So we don't want this new, this hello post. I want to trash it, right? So immediately I trash it now. If you check our first page, we don't have any post on our first page. Can you see no fun because there's no post? So the first thing we need to do now is let's make a post for Neolife Super Grow. But before we do that, I will go to Google to go and check what are the likely things that people are checking on the Super Grow, right? So I can get a title, Super Grow. Uganda. So can you see Super Grow 5 liter? This is actually topping. Super Grow Kampala, Uganda. Contact. Can you see that it's also, maybe these are some keywords about Super Grow, but let me even just see without writing. I just say Super Grow. Let's see what Google is saying. Super Grow Neolife. Okay, so here now, you can come here now and say Super Grow. Neolife fertilizer. Let's post for this Uganda first. Yes, let me just post for this Uganda first, right? So here now I can say, let me check Victoria's number. First. I've copied Neolife Super Grow, Neolife fertilizer in Uganda. So contact Victoria on this, right? So now, what I'll just quickly do for now is, let me check the information that these people have on the landing page one. I'll also go to Neolife. So instead of thinking of where are you going to get content, you find the content around the internet. You have content here on the shop Neolife, but the content might not be enough. So this is Super Grow. See, I think this Super Grow 1 liter, 5 liter is another key stuff. So I can come here now. There should be tag here. So I'm going to use all those ones. On the tag, coming, post, yes. Tag. Remember category? So on category now, you'll be able to select our categories. You know, we have created all these categories, so I can put it on this category. All these category tags, they are the way to be able to use those keywords. So tag for this particular one, I say, like 1 liter, another one, we have 5 liter, 2, 5 liter, Super Grow. All this is just to be able to rank, basically. So I will find Super Grow picture and we'll use that as picture feature image here, right? So here now, this is not Nigerian Super Grow. So let me check how Super Grow look like in Uganda, right? If they have not finished it, because the picture might be different. So, and you don't want, okay, Uganda shilling. So can you see now? Uganda shilling, Super Grow. Look at this. This is 1 liter. Let's see if there's 5 liter 2 here. But I know they even have 2.5 liter here. So I would like to save all the liters, use all those things in our keywords. Super Grow 1 liter, Super Grow 250 ml, and Super Grow 5 liter. So in Nigeria, we only have 1 liter and this. So can you see how this picture is big now? So let's open this here. Let's open this here. Let's open this here. Right? So this is Super Grow 5 liter. Let me save this now. Super Grow 5 liter. single. Then again, this one, super glue 1 liter. And this one, super glue 250 liter. So anyone that you are capable of buying, you just buy. So let's give them all the options. So apart from that, there are information on super glue page. So let's see. So do you see all these key benefits? Add this to the water and all the rest, right? So I'm going to select this. Okay. So now that we're thinking of contents, remember we're just putting this. So I'll put this one. I'm not done. Where's that particular one? So this is also about super glue. These are things that we can rewrite, but for now, this is what we're going to do. Okay. This is instruction, description of super glue. The rate, so I love this instruction too. But the normal day, I'm supposed to have actually rewrite this, but because of the time, and we want to see, because major thing is posting. So I've posted this one now, but I'm not yet done. It's already good. Yeah. I'm not yet done here. I will insert, I will still come to this page and pick, see these key benefits, details, and the rest. Key benefits, details, and the rest. No. So in between all this action. So at the point here, at the front top here, I will insert image inside that place. So I'm trying to upload those super glue that we downloaded, all the sizes that are available. So the first one I'm going to upload is 5 liter. Right? So I'm not just going to say 5 liter. I'm going to say 5 liter and the amount. So I'm going to put it here. 5 liter. Okay? And I'm not just going to leave it like this. I'm going to bold it. So as we are moving on again, I will not wait for the other one. We click this add block, we select image again, upload. I'm going to select the 250 ml. Right, so this 250 ml liter, and I will check the price here. This is, oh, this is 1 liter. No. Yes, this 250 ml. And this 250 ml has a 250 ml. Then I will bold it too. So towards, before the benefit here, I will remove this one. Okay, 5 liter, good. Here now, I will add the smallest size. See the way we make use of those images there, so that anyone can decide what it is. So the smallest size is 54 Ghana cedi, 1 liter. So let me check. 250 ml is 24, 1 liter. So we have this now. So another thing I'm going to do is we have not created a YouTube video. So the best thing is I will have just gone to YouTube and upload the YouTube video. But what I'm going to do for now is I'll go to YouTube and I have a particular video that is not restricted to only one product, yes. But this particular product is also there, Super Grow. So I'm going to use that particular one. Where is that? Where is that video? That should be this, yes. So I'm going to use this video. Yes, for now. And by the time we have Super Grow video, yes, we can now do that. So here now I will add, but instead of so I can say video, YouTube. So I just type vid. It doesn't even allow me. So you see particular one, but YouTube is this time around. So I'll put the YouTube link. Enter. So can you see the video? Yeah. So like this is not over, right? Let me check on this Uganda page if they have maybe manual or a bigger picture for Super Grow. So we should have manual or something. Let me see if it is here. Oh, I love this. If this is Nigeria, I will bought it. I will buy it. Those pack. So I'm trying to check if they have manual. Oh, Nigeria used to have manual for this. Anyway, let me just use the picture, the product picture as a feature slide, feature image, because it's very, very important for us to have feature image. So here now, remember category, we've selected it. Here now, so I'm not going to even select only one category. We want this to show under Neolife product. We also need to show under GNLD product. Yes. So here now, we are going to select the picture that we want to that people will see on the front page. I just wish that I would have put the three pictures together, but it's okay. Let's see if the three can stay on the feature slides. There's only one that will stay there. Yeah, so let's select the biggest size. So then they will see the remaining inside the. So I'm selecting this one. Alternative. It's very important. Neolife product. Let's go like this. Feature slide. So this feature image is what people will be seeing before they even started reading on the blog. So once we are done with this, again, we don't want people to comment on it. So I can come here now and say no comments, but we want this ping bar. Ping bar will show some other products that are available there. So once I'm done, I'm going to click publish. So once you click publish, okay, I think it's ready. So once we click publish, we can go to our front page and refresh to see our first post. Can you see our first post? Do you see that? So when somebody is actually searching, so we are posted for Nigeria, Uganda. What I'm going to do right again, we are going to post for Nigeria. We are going to post for Ghana, right? The same product. Because when somebody sees this one, they know that, oh, this is Uganda. The person sees Uganda number. We are going to post for Nigeria. We are going to post for Ghana. And when they click this now, this is what they're going to see on the front page. Once they click this now, they are going to see the details of everything. Can you see that? Can you see that? Along the line, I will go and disable all these guys here that we have here. Because I wouldn't want the dates, the comment, and all that to be showing. Can you see this? So they can see the price, can see different sizes of this. So this is what, and you see our video here now. So if you click this video, it's not just only one. It's not just only one product that is there. But by the time we have product for super grow, I'll come in and actually change that. You can see a lot of categories are ready here. All our categories are ready here. And if you want to post to, anyway, so let me go back to our home page first. So when anybody types this is what they are going to see. So on this side here now, all this sidebar here now, right? So you can see this one, all this sidebar here, you can put some other widgets there. For example, if I want to put one widget here, design here, let's say Neolife presentation, for example. You see, our next class after this is going to be YouTube, so that everybody will know how to begin to create YouTube. Apart from this one that I'm doing, everybody is going to also have their own personal blog with only your contacts. Everybody is going to also have that. So for example now, man, people are looking for how to run ad on Facebook and supplement ad. This is just 4 days ago, 3 days ago. That's crazy, man. So let me just check this. Neolife presentation. Where is it? Yes, this Neolife business presentation. Damn, people are watching this stuff. Let me see how many watchers. This is June 26th. So it's not about these 550 views. It's about how many hours that people have watched out of it. 57 hours. That's nice. That's nice. And 19 subscribers from that one videos. Okay. So that's just by the way, but everybody will have a YouTube, and that's what we're going to do in the next class. So now, like I said, the widgets, this side are called widgets. So instead of having only this, maybe I want to have something like under this search, or I don't even want this search to be there. So if I don't want that search to be there, I can go back to the main dashboard here, right? So we only have one post. So if you want to have something on this side are called widgets. So what I will need to do is I will come to appearance and I will say widgets, right? On that appearance, widgets. The reason why we are building block is from experience, not a larger percentage of people want to call the person, right? They want to call the person to actually do whatever. So where is the search? So can you see the bar? These are the bar. So they have actually changed this WordPress. This we have used WordPress for a very long time. So these are sidebar widgets. So this is bar here. Can see this. For example, like I said, if you don't want this guy, can remove it. This particular search bar. Then if I want to add another one to this, I think I can just say add video. So maybe I put the video, let's say under the search. The search is actually on top. I put the video, and immediately I put the video to tell me to enter the video link. So once I enter this guy now, and I update it, let's go and check our widgets. It could also be images too, it depends. So if I refresh now, we should have something here under this search. Do you see that? You see that? So that's how. So anytime you want to add anything to this sidebar, just go to appearance widget and be adding and be adding and be adding to it. So Let's now post for Ghana. Again, let's post for Ghana. This same thing. So it's something that I can just duplicate this same thing. Let's see. So anytime you want to post, just know that you don't use your back end and you click post, right? Let's see. I should be able to duplicate this. Why duplicate is not here? No. Okay. So let me edit. I don't want to start typing all this in from. There should be duplicates. Maybe somebody is thinking about it, or there's a way to do that duplicate that I didn't get. So duplicate, I'll just, because it's almost the same thing that I also need here. I'll just highlight all this. No, it's not going. Okay, no problem. I can copy that from the main page. So this is what we want. So let's just add posts. And we change it to Ghana this time around. So this is information. I don't just want to start typing all this in again. So it's only things that I cannot be there that I will add myself. They will in Ghana, right? So for some of you that have actually, it's fertilizer not correct, but like, oh, this guy wants me to use SP. No. In Ghana, right? So here, I don't want this comment too. So at this point now, you can use Stanley. Then I can check Stanley's phone number. Once I do for Nigeria, we'll stop. Then tomorrow, God's willing, I'm going to share domain and hosting for every other person. And I might even install the WordPress ready. Just log into the back office and you start putting your blog together. So here now, this is Stanley's number. It's after I've added, then I just thought that I should boot this. Yes, I should boot it. Even call yourself. Yes. So I can do that one to others. So we have this. So now I will switch this to Ghana. Why? Because all those sizes might not be available in Ghana too. So we'll see the kind of product that we have in Ghana. I'll switch to Ghana. So let's see the type of super grow. So they have care. The size of super grow they have in Ghana. Or even if they don't have it at all or something. So we need to know. Super grow Ghana, super grow Ghana. Okay, super 10. That's okay. They have 5 liter 2. They have 200 ml 2, and they also have 1 liter 2. So the only thing I'm going to change here is the currency, right? Yeah. So the 5 liter. Then the 250 ml. I might not do for Nigeria right now, but basically on the blog, what we'll be doing is just posting. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share domain. I'm going to share domain for everyone. install, let me make this color 2. Install WordPress ready. So now I'll be thinking of, then I will supply the back office. And you started posting. You see the way I'm posting it, we are not just choosing it, we are choosing the name that will have rank, right? So again, 1 liter. Yes. You guys should look very well, in case I make mistake with the price. So here now, you have this, and so these are our video. These are our YouTube video. I want to be sure if this is still correct. So here now, I will say video. If the link is still correct, it will give us. Yeah, I know the link is not correct. Maybe it stop at this question mark. Wow. If it is not, let me check the video again. I think it's, oh, it's there. Good. Right? So like this, you have done this. The next thing that we need to remember, very important, the categories, okay, tag, Neolife, products in Ghana. GNLD products in Ghana. Super grow. Ghana. So you just put some of those things then. You put it on this category again. It's also Neolife products and GNLD products. It doesn't belong to every other category. Then here, we don't want the comments. Anybody should not comment on that for now. And you can choose super grow. Right? We have super grow here now. And we publish. So once you publish, our publish is now 2. So if we refresh our blog now, we should be having 2 posts, one for Ghana and one for Nigeria. Reload. Can you see this? Super grow Ghana. Sorry, Ghana, because Ghana is the latest one. Super grow Uganda. Right? So now, the last one for today, because this is the same way we'll be just posting. The more you post with more content, video, picture, the more you are going to have rank on the Google, right? It's not just about you want to post, you just have one line of text. Now, there's what we call word counts. So you need to also have more word counts too as well. So the last one, Nigeria, for this evening. So I'm just going to go back. There's still a lot of things to just tidy up, but those are not important. Major thing is know setup, then know how to post. Know how to post. So I can click this now. By the way, not to waste time again, Nigeria will only have 1 liter and 5 liter. That's the only thing that we have in Nigeria. Yes, 1 liter and 5 liter. So just by the way, not to waste our time with that again, let me copy this fast, just like the way we do. You see that ping back? Yeah, because I'm on Ghana, it's not showing this. By the time I say Nigeria now, it's to be showing those other tools. So here now, we posted. Remember, Neolife, Nigeria. Is it going to mute, remove all these, what do you call it? All these column. The content is 2, 3, 4. 8, 26, 29, 80, 30. So everybody are going to have their own, and you'll be posting. So this is just for us testing the brand. So I'm going to change all the price for this one again. And let me bring the video for this again. Right, so once we have the video, okay, the embedded code is not correct. So the embedded code is not correct. So let me find now. Yeah. So now that we have that, jewelry products, Neolife products, Neolife fertilizer, then tag super grow Neolife, super grow fertilizer, super grow. So like that, like that. So here again, we don't want comment, but we want ping back and track back so that I can show other features. So we have 5 liter in Nigeria, but the Nigeria cover is not like that. So let's check the Nigeria. The Nigeria super grow is blue. Yes, I remember. It's not a white carton. Why the Nigeria 1 liter is white, but 5 liter is blue. This is LDC. So this one that we actually have that they wrote 1 liter here. This one, this is actually how the 5 liter looks like in Nigeria. Yes. This is how the 5 liter looks like. The same story, the same content, so we don't need to bother about that. So, okay, this is actually 1 liter too. Okay, so let's save this. I'll just use this one. So what I'll just do is super grow fertilizer Neolife NLD Nigeria. Okay. So what I will, the only thing I will do now is I will use, this is 1 liter in Nigeria. So 1 liter in Nigeria actually costs 4,000 plus. Oh, I'm not in editing mode. This is backend, 1 liter in Nigeria. And color red. We don't have 50 ml in Nigeria, so I'm going to remove it. We have 5 liter in Nigeria. How much is 5 liter again? I didn't remember, but let me check. I quickly want to check the price list. Super grow, super grow. Yeah, coming. Nigeria retail price list. So super grow is 22,850 for 5 liter Nigeria. Oh my god. 22,850. Two 850. Right? So we have this here. So these are the tools that we have in Nigeria. So on the features slide here, I'm going to upload that Nigerian blue. A lot of people know it. Yes. Right? So we have this. And we don't want the comment I've done that. And we publish. Publish. So immediately I reload or go back to our first page. Yes. Our main page. So can you see we have super grow fertilizer in Nigeria? Can you see the Nigerian super grow? You can see this is Ghana. Then super grow Uganda. So this is what we have for now. So the major thing is building budget, continue posting here, and you can decide that we don't want, you can disable this. Yes, that's on that. But the most important thing we need to know is setting up and posting. Then you have this. And in the next 2-3 months, you start ranking and you'll be getting free calls to sell. You might not even be up to that, depending on how well you are able to optimize this. You can see that we have text, we have videos, we have pictures. So, and you see the way I'm using tag, all those tag categories that are very, very, very important, right? So today is Tuesday. Yes, today is Tuesday. Our next class will be on Thursday, God's willing, in the evening. Thursday, God's willing. And what we are going to deal with is going to be how to create video content that will post on YouTube. Okay, video content that we will post on YouTube so that we can also use our own personal video on our YouTube channel in our blog, right? In our blog. So that is what is going to be. So in the next 1 or 2 hours, this video is going to be available on YouTube should in case you want to watch and see how some things actually work again. And if you are watching this video and you like this and you like to join Neolife, at the description section of the video, you're going to see the link of registration link. So in Nigeria, you can register with in Nigeria, let's even check right now. So in Nigeria, you can register with either 18,400 and you have access to a website like this, not just only a website, customize with your own name, mobile app. Then you will learn how to do the business online just the same way we are. We have people on the team that are actually learning this. So Nigeria, you sign in with either 18,400, it's come with these two products, or 23,650, you also come with these other products here. In Uganda, right? Just select Uganda here. After you landed on this page, select Uganda on your market, select your market. So Uganda, you can sign up with any of these kits. So this is Golden Starter, this is Pro Vitality Starter, and this is Trainer Starter. So anyone that you like to, I think the cheapest one is here is actually Trainer Starter. So you can start with this Trainer Starter, 203,900 Ugandan shilling. So if it's you are from Ghana, on the select your market, you just select Ghana, and it's going to change automatically to Ghana. And should in case you don't know how to register or you want more further information, still on the description section, you are going to see the WhatsApp number, and we'll put you through, either sending you the company address, warehouse address in your country, and you get things done for yourself. Guys, I want to thank every one of you for participating in your own rescue. We are going to continue doing this, even as we know that we are still going to have other people, new people that will be joining. We are going to continue this thing, and that's going to be a refresher for every one of us that are just here. Do you have any question at this time, guys? Any question? If there is no question, this video will be available on YouTube shortly. And good night to everybody. Thank you for Lucky for staying true. Right? I have not even reached out to your friend. It has been a very hectic day. Right?